It was a Saturday morning in May, and I woke up and I was like $100 overdraft. I had 20 bucks in my pocket. I had enough food for the rest of the day, and that was it. I didn't know how I was going to pay rent the following week or 2 weeks, in addition to all the other bills that I had coming due. And so it brought me to this, existential crisis. And I got on my knees, and there was my crucifix, and I just started pouring out my heart to God and saying, look, for years I've been asking that if there's something else that I should be doing, please show me what it is, because this is extremely difficult. And I wasn't a young man, I wasn't in my 20s. I didn't just land in Los Angeles that year, fresh out of college. I'd been working 20 years already. I said to God, so you've never given me any other indication that I should be doing something else. And now look at where I am. But I trust you. And so I'm going to surrender everything I have, my life, my will, how I'm going to eat. I'm going to give it all to you. And I'm not going to worry about it anymore. You said your burden is easy and your yoke is light. Here's mine. And I left that morning with the 20 bucks I had in my pocket. I probably spent it on a really good breakfast. And for the first time, I actually felt like, well, I don't know what's going to happen, but not my problem. I'll wait. Dude, the Lord helps those who help themselves. That's actually not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. And I'm like, where is that page? Where is it? And I opened my mailbox, and there were 4 checks in the mail. And I said, oh, no. These aren't real. And I knew I had like a $50 reimbursement check from some makeup or something that I bought. So I knew there was that was coming my way. So I was like, there's the check. At least there's 50 bucks. But then there's these 3 other checks that I had no idea where they were from. One of those checks, I think, was a company that had paid out residuals, that hadn't paid out residuals in like 4 years. I set up my phone on my bed, and I just documented the moment, because I could not believe that after I had just wept and poured out my heart to God, that here I was with 4 checks. And I opened each one of the checks, and every check was bigger than the one before it. And at the end of the day, I had like $1,100. At that point, I realized that was what God was calling me to do, is to completely surrender every aspect of my life, especially my career.